What is the meaning of the word loyalty? A word used so frequently in our daily lives. Loyalty, it's honesty in intention, correctness, and truthfulness of words and actions. It is also used to mean sincere connectedness or a strong friendship. Loyalty is one of the key concepts of the Islamic creed that every Muslim must understand and keep close to his heart. In essence, it is a devotion to Allah, His Messenger, and believers. Devotion to God. In many verses of the Quran, it is stated that prophets are loyal servants of Allah. One of them is Prophet Abraham. In an ayah it says, "There has already been for you an excellent pattern in Abraham and those with him, when they said to their people, 'Indeed, we are dissociated from you and from whatever you worship other than Allah. We have denied you, and there has appeared between us and you animosity and hatred forever until you believe in Allah alone.'" One night, Prophet Abraham destroyed the idols worshipped by his people with an axe and hung the axe on the neck of the big idol. He told the people that maybe it was the big idol who broke the other idols. However, the people rejected this and asked how something that is unable to move can break other idols. From this event, he proved to his people that idols cannot replace Allah. How can a God incapable of protecting himself rule over the people? Humanity only shows its loyalty by believing in God. God wants us to show devotion to Him simply by believing in Him. Well, did humanity make such a promise though? The Quran again reminds us of the promise made by the people. "And remember when your Lord brought forth from the loins of the children of Adam their descendants and had them testify regarding themselves. Allah asked, 'Am I not your Lord?' They replied, 'Yes, you are. We testify.' He cautioned, 'Now you have no right to say on Judgment Day, 'We were not aware of this.'" So, what does it require to be faithful to Allah and the Prophet? The answer is actually very simple. It requires allegiance to the orders and prohibitions of Allah and His Messenger. The priority of the person should be his devotion to Islam. As long as the laws and social rules of a country are not broken, as well as family and relative connections are not disrupted, any source or law other than Islam should not take precedence over Allah's orders and law. The priority is Allah and His Messenger. It's about following their rules while making sure to not break the rules of the country we live in. Our Prophet defines loyalty to Allah as follows. The believer's own love and hatred are shaped and directed by Islam. Whoever loves for Allah's sake, dislikes for Allah's sake, gives for Allah's sake, and does good for Allah's sake, he has completed his faith. Loyalty equals faith. How about loyalty to the Prophet? I would like to tell you about the devotion to the Prophet with a few examples. Firstly, from someone who believed in the Prophet and his teachings, Abu Bakr radiallahu anh. In other words, from the companion who first believed in the message of Islam. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, explains to his closest friend Abu Bakr radiallahu anh that Gabriel brought prophethood to him on Mount Hira. Abu Bakr radiallahu anh became a Muslim immediately, without thinking. He submits to Islam with an immense determination and devotion. He says, "If Muhammad said it, it is true." The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "I called people to Islam, but everyone thought about it for a while before making a decision. But as soon as I mentioned Islam to Abu Bakr accepted without hesitation." Because his faith was so strong and nothing could shake that faith, he was given the title of As-Siddiq, the most loyal one, by the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. Abu Bakr radiallahu anh was a true friend. He always protected the Prophet by taking a stand against the oppression of the Meccans. The Meccans constantly tested Abu Bakr's loyalty. One of these incidents was regarding the Miraj miracle. When the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, tells about the event of Miraj, when he traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem and was raised to the heavens, the Meccans objected to this, because for them this is impossible. They don't believe the Prophet and say, "We need a month to get there and back, and you claim you did all of this in one night?" The Meccans turn to Abu Bakr and say, "Look at what your friend is saying. He says he went to Jerusalem and returned overnight." Abu Bakr says to them, "If he said that, then he's telling the truth. I believe him." Abu Bakr radiallahu anh was one of the most loyal companions of our Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, if not the most loyal. The companions constantly expressed their deep devotion and love for the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. They built a wall of flesh to protect him in wars. Even though they were tortured, they never compromised their loyalty to him or leave their religion. Loyalty to both Allah and His Messenger means believing in their orders and laws and placing them at the center of your life. Loyalty doesn't stop there, however. We should also make sure we are loyal to our friends, family, and people in our life who are trying to show us the right path. Now, this doesn't mean we are loyal to them in the sense that we follow whatever they say and blindly do as we're told. It means to always be on the right path with them, support each other, protect each other from evil actions, push each other to do good, and respect and trust one another. All of this for the sake of Allah.